This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so yesterday what we have discussed, guys, we have discussed about few of the data type fields creation, right? So, like here, I have created a few of the data type fields like email address, phone address, bank details. So these are the, I mean, business requirements which are given by our sales reps from VLR Online Training Institute, and so you can see here data type of address is what text area, and bank details, right? So we are storing account number. So the data type for that one is text encrypted. I have selected. If you want, you can select integer also, but totally it is depends on the business requirements. And next is fees paid. It is a checkbox, and so mute yourself, guys. Okay. So course and all these details I have selected. I mean, let's see here. So these are the different data type fields. So we have created here, and now next. So we will see the remaining data type fields. So yesterday I showed you, right? We can quickly access that objects or fields from here itself. Okay, and let's go to the fields. Let's create the remaining data type fields. So you are in student object detail page, guys. Okay, you are going to create a new field. So in student object, okay. So let's click on the new button and come down, and now you can see. So checkbox, currency, data, all these, right? So we have seen checkbox, we have seen currency. So currency data type when we are going to use, so generally if any money related data type, I mean money related data, if you want to store, generally currency data type you need to select. And next, date. Okay, so date related we will create it here. Joining date, student join date. Okay, that's what. Click on next button, and before going to the terminals, let me go back. How many data types are still pending? Date, date time. So anyone you can do date to data type, not a problem. Date means it will show only date. Date time means along with the date it will display time also. So one is enough. Email we have seen, and geolocation we are going to see. Number we have seen. So percent we are going to see. So with percent, like discount kind of thing. Simply a phone we have seen, pick list we have seen, pick list multi, text area text we have seen. So text area long and text area rich. So for that I'm going to create another fields also. So let's see. Educational details. Next, text area rich. So both the things we can see by using this one. Okay, or hobbies. Time it's not it. URL, referral, company, website. Okay, I will explain this business requirement going forward. So these are only pending. So now we are going to see like so first joining data. So actually business wants to store, so when this guy joined, the joining date they want to store here. Okay, that is a business requirement. Now, so for that one I want to store date. So select the date data type, click on next. So go back here, and joining date, copy it. So paste it over here, and you can write any help text, student join date you can write, not a problem. Okay, and click on next button. And yeah, one more thing I would like to go to previous one. Now, see, I want to make this join date as a required. Okay, for now, select this one, required for this one. Okay, I want to tell you new features. So required we have selected. I will explain going forward. Click on next button and skip next. Finally, save it. Okay, done. Now you have created one field. So joining date field. Where is that one? Join date. Okay, data type is a date field. So click on this one. That's it. Okay, so join date field, data type date, and it is required. So let's go and refresh this page, and now you can see here. So joining date, and even you have added some help text. So student joined date. So you can see the question mark, and if you keep your mouse over there, whatever text you have entered, that is displaying here. Student joined date. Okay, student joined date. Here also you are seeing this one. Good. Now, so just either inline edit it, you can see select any date, not a problem, or normal edit it and come down. So you can see here, right? Directly, if it is a today date, then you can click like this. Otherwise, so any other date if you want to add, right? So keep your mouse inside the box, just click on it. Okay, just click on it and you can see. So generally 16th, think in that way, like that, and save it. That's it, guys. This is how. So once you have saved it, right, it is displaying in one format like month, date, year. Okay, it is displaying in month, date, year. Our regular format is date, month, year, but in this form they are following like a US format, like a month, date, year. Okay, that's it. Simple, very simple, nothing is. And now I made it as a required, right? One second, remove it. Okay, save it. See here. So if we edit this one and save it, so I'm not entering anything, but I'm trying to save it. One second, guys. Disturbance ఏం లేదు కదా ఇప్పుడు. Okay, now, so as of now you have not seen this red mark, only you have seen that red stick here only. And so in all other fields you have not seen the red stick. Have you seen? So this is nothing but required. That means so you need to mandate. I mean, you need to enter the data. So you should enter the data. Okay, if you don't enter the data, you will get an error like that. You must enter a value like that. If you try to save it like this, okay. So that is called required because you have configured this one. So you have selected the required checkbox. That is the reason. So you must enter the value. That is the reason this tick mark is there. And if you don't want to make it as a required, edit it and change it simply. Okay, just simply, that's it. And required any like this and save it. And now few people might have a question, sir, what about already existing data? So here why we are not getting any error? So you might have a question. Okay, the thing is you have not updated this record. It's a previous record you have not updated. If you try to update now, okay, definitely you should enter a value. If you try to update now, definitely you should enter a value. So suppose you have updated some other values and you are trying to save it, and now what will happen when you are trying to save the record? You must enter a value required. Okay, you must enter a value because you are trying to save this record. That is the reason. Okay, that's it. So that is the required field. Okay, done. Next, so discount. So one more question, can I make any other fields also required like this? Yes, of course you can make. So you can make any other fields also as a required except a few data types. So text area long or text area rich, so those kind of data types you cannot make it as a required, but except that almost all fields you have this required option. If you want, you can make it. So when generally it is needed, so definitely business peoples will tell you, like in the requirements, so this customer definitely should enter a value, okay, so on this field, so they will mention like this in business requirements. So that means you need to make it this field as a mandatory, because in the business requirements they have mentioned. If they don't mention, so unnecessarily you cannot make this field as a required. Remember the guys, okay? So you should have a business requirement. Unnecessarily you should not make any other fields as a required. Okay, definitely we'll get to know once you get the requirements, once you go through the requirements, don't worry. Next, discount percentage. Okay, so discount percentage, like let's say example, either relatives or poor guys, they might have discounts, think in that way, friends, whatever it may be. So poor guys, they might have a discount in regular institutions. So now we want to make that kind of field, because how much percentage, so that institutes want to give that person discount percentage, they want to store here also. So for that one, so we need to, what we need to do, business requirement is what they want to store, how much a discount percentage they have given. So that is a business requirement. See guys, business requirements are like this only, they won't give a clear picture. Okay? Business wants to see the discount percentage for each student. This is the business requirement they will give. More than that they don't give you. So if you think like, yeah, they will ask us to create a field like that, no, they don't ask us to create a field like that. They will just tell you like this: business wants to see the discount, so percentage on each student, on a regular records, on student records. They will tell like, they will give hint on student records. If they don't give this one, so you might ask the question where, because development pages are also there, right? So where you can ask the question, so they definitely give student records. So that means records means these are the records generally. And if you want to store the percentage means definitely you should create a field. So you should think from now onwards guys, like this what you need to do if the business requirements has given like that. Okay, so now you can go to object, go to fields, so create a new discount field. Okay, so it is a student object, and go down, create a new custom field. And so let's see any percent, like where is this one, so percentage. So we want to store a discount percentage, it is not discount amount. Okay, if it is a discount amount, if they ask, right, you can select currency field, because amount means money, money related things, you can store, so in only currency related fields. Okay, next, one second. Okay, so next, so they are asking to store only percentage, so you need to select percent data type field. Come down and go to here, discount percentage. Okay, and percentage means like 10%, 20%, 15%, like that. So you don't need any decimals. If you want you can give it, but maximum 16 guys. So if you want you can give 2 like this. So sorry, maximum length is 18, number related maximum length is 18. Okay, here if you give 16 means if you can give 2, if you don't want to give 2 you can give 0 also, not a problem. Okay, that is your wish. And if you want to make this as a required you can make it as I mentioned. Okay, that's it. Next, click on the next, next, finally save it. Done. So you have created a discount. percentage. Okay, so this is the field which you have created just now. 16. Okay, 16 length left side and the decimal place is 2. That's it. And now go to this record, refresh the record, and now you can check discount percentage. Either inline edit it, you can see the pencil symbol, or you can regular edit by clicking on the button. So what is the percentage you want to give? Suppose so 12%, 12.5% I want to give. So you can save it, and now you can see here 12 point, so 5 means 50, sorry, yeah, 50%. So what is the benefit of this field? Is there any difference? No, there is no difference. So percentage data type field will add only percent symbol. Okay, we'll add only percent symbol at the end of the number. That's it. Apart from that, nothing is there here. It is not calculating anything and it is not displaying anything. It is just so percent symbol it will add. That's it. Okay, that is a discount percentage. Next, educational details. Okay, so they want to store, business wants to store like student educational background details, like what they have completed. So like 10th class, intermediate, and I mean 12th standards, degree or btech or msc, mtech, anything, mca, MBA, BCom, BSc, mechanical, whatever it may be. They want to store all the details, like in which uh, college they have studied, at what year, in what year, and at what place, and what is the percentage he got. All these kind of details. So related to that student, they want to store. Okay. So for that one, that is the requirement, and what we need to create. So as a developer, you need to think which data type I need to select. So they are asking to display a lot of details. Okay. So minute, I mean the character length goes more than 255. Remember. Okay. So in that situation, what you need to do? You need to select another data type field. It is a text only, because details are nothing but text only. Let's see. Go to new field, create it, and you can see, so text and text area maximum length is 255 characters, but here they want to store more than 255 characters. And now what you need to do here, two options are there. Text area, it is also a text so long or rich, that is the only difference. So for both 1,31 character thousand characters, here also 1,31,000 characters. So what data type you need to select? Anyone you can select it based on the business requirements. Anyone. So for time being, I'm just selecting this one. Okay. So with one example, I'm going to give this data type, and with another example, I'm going to give this data type. Okay. Let's see. Otherwise, first go to text area. Let's go to text area long only. No problem. Okay. And click on the next button. And what is the data type? Educational field and label name details. And now you can observe visible lines. So where we have seen these visible lines, in one of the thing we have seen the visible lines, where so multi-select pick list. In the multi-select pick list we have seen the visible lines, 6 we have given. So as many as you can give, not a problem. Now again you are seeing visible lines. Okay, so like 10 I want to see, think in that way. And the length maximum 1,31,000 characters you can enter it. Salesforce provided length, but by default you are giving 32,768. So you can think, so in this field maximum how many characters I can give. Okay, based on the business requirement you can talk to business team, and so that they will tell you, and you can just add the length based on their inputs. Okay, based on the business inputs you can add the length here. So unnecessarily you should not give 1,31,000 characters like this, unnecessarily, because so in the back end, right, you might get so fraction of seconds loading issues kind of thing. Okay, because some kind of memory is wasting, right. So because see, if you give like this, Salesforce will so provide this much memory, empty memory. Okay, unnecessarily. సో సింపుల్గా చెప్పాలంటే మీరు ఇద్దరే ఉన్నారు. ఓకే, ఇద్దరికి పెద్ద బంగ్లా ఎందుకు? ఇద్దరికి ఇద్దరు సరిపోయేటట్టు ఇల్లు కట్టుకుంటే సరిపోయింది. అర్థమైందా? సో మీరు ఎంత స్పేస్ వాడుకుంటున్నారో అంతవరకు ఇల్లు కట్టుకుంటే సరిపోయింది, అంతేగాని సో ఇద్దరం ఉన్నాం, మా దగ్గర కోట్లు కోట్లు మనీ ఉన్నాయని చెప్పేసి ఒక ఊరంతా బంగ్లా కట్టుకున్నా వేస్ట్ కదా. సేమ్ ఇది కూడా అంతే అనమాట. సో మీకు ఎంత అవసరమో బిజినెస్లో అంతవరకే వాడుకోండి. ఓకే, అంతకు మించి ఇంక ఎక్కువ వాడొద్దు, అవసరం లేదు, వేస్ట్ అదంతా. ఓకే, సో I want to use only 20,000 or 2,000 like that. You can just mention 20 or 2,000 based on the business requirements again. Okay, now click on the next button. Next button, finally save it. Okay, done. So next thing is where is educational details. Where is the educational details? Text area long. So click on this one and you can see label name and API name, field name, everything, and visible lines 10 and length is 20,000. So go back to this record, just refresh it, and can you see educational details? You can click on the edit button, guys, and you can see here visible lines 10, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 lines, visible lines we have given here. That's why here 10 lines they have. If you want to expand, expand, not a problem. Okay, by default, so this visible lines are this one. If you want, you can expand. So we have seen this kind of feature where text area. So in this text area we have seen this is the text area, address is the text area. But what is the difference between the text area to text area long? Okay, text area, that means this is the text area. So maximum length is 255 characters. That means you can enter only 255 characters maximum, and more than that you cannot enter it. And the text area long, so maximum is how many characters you can enter? 20,000 characters you can enter. Or if you want to increase this character length up to 1,31,000 character length, you can increase it. Okay, that's it. So educational details, right? So SSC, you can mention like this, not a problem. Best I'm giving dummy details, guys. Okay. Okay, that's it, and save it. Have you seen? See here, scroll bar. This is called scroll bar. Technical names you need to remember. Why I'm saying non-technical guys, they don't know these names, right? That's why. Scroll bar. Okay, that's it, and save it. So now, so how much data you have entered here? Visible lines cannot be defined. See, 10 lines you have given, right? And more than any lines are there, right? It won't consider here. Once the record is saved, so the visible lines length will not be considered here. When it will be considered? Only during the time of edit operation. So by default it will display 10 lines, and if you want, see here, expand, expand, anything you can do it. Okay, that's it. And other record also, if you want, you can go and copy this one, go to Usha's record. Now you are in Usha's record only, right? So go to Shankar data and edit, so you can enter it and change the schools. Dummy details. Okay, like this. Discount suppose, so 0. 0 means you can give 0 also, not a problem. Save it. Okay, that's it. 0 means 0% like that. I want to show you. That is the reason I have added 0 percentage. Okay, yes, yes. So that is about this field, educational details. And next, hobbies. Okay, business wants to store students' hobbies. Okay, if they want to store means definitely you should create a separate field. How to create a field? Again, you can go to either view fields directly or view object, however you want. And you are in a student object, so go to custom fields and relationships. Click on the new button and come down. And now which data type I need to select? Hobbies means see here. So lot of so many characters they want to enter, like playing cricket and daily activities, all those things they want to store. So more than 255 characters they want to store, think in that way. So in that situation, either you can use a text area long or text area rich, because some text only they are going to enter into that field. So text area long I have given example, right? Now you can select text area rich. I want to give, so I want to show you how this data type also will work. And maximum length is 1,31,000 characters. Okay, and click on next button. Hobbies. Okay, visible lines. Here they are showing 25 lines. If you want, you can increase it or decrease it, your wish here. And the length, so maximum length is this one. And now you have given, not you, Salesforce by default has given this much length. If you want to reduce the length, reduce it, or if you want to increase the length, increase it. 5,000 only I have given, your wish up to. Okay, and click on next button. And here required options are not there. Okay, so let's see here. I told you, right? Text area long, text area rich, required options are not there. Okay, if you want, you can enter help text, not a problem. Finally, save it. Okay, done. So text area rich text area. So this is the one field which you have created just now. And now I want to enter the data like business. Generally, who will enter all this data, guys? This data, this is developed by developers or admin people, sir. Configuration kind of things, sir. And these data can be entered by business team, because once you have implemented this application or project, so business team only they are going to use. So receptions only they are entering all these details. Remember, from VLR side, either sales team or marketing team, whatever it may be. Generally, I can call it as a reception. They are going to use, so these applications, this data they are going to enter all this data. Okay, so edit it. Once you edit, you can see hobbies. Just now you have created hobbies. So let's see here what are the observations you have. Visible lines 25 lines. So from here to here 25 lines visible lines, space is there. Okay, maximum 5,000 characters only you can enter it, that's it. Okay, and now this is the rich text area, and here you can enter anything. Okay, hobbies like what is the difference between the long and rich? Long means you can expand, collapse like this, and another differences we will see. Playing cricket, volleyball, maybe spelling mistakes. Generally, everyone know these three, right? Reading books, watching movies, Nowadays, everyone watching web series also, right? Web series. Okay, like this. Now you can see the difference. Select it, and if you want to make it as a bold, you can make it. Just I am giving example. Everything, if you want to make it as a bold, you can make it as a bold. And I want to make it this one as italic, you can make it as italic. Okay, and I want to just add underscore, you can add underscore. So where you have seen these features, where little bit these features, where you have seen in the old document, old Microsoft Word document, you have seen, right? Okay, so you can see, so few of the features are there. Okay, you can see format. So all these kind of features like bold and this kind of things, italic, underscore, all these features, right? So you have seen the Microsoft Word, same kind of features, a few, not all, you can see over here also. And see bullets also. See, if you want to go with 1 2 like that, you can go with 1 2 like this, see. Okay, like this, bullets, however you want to do. Next, so image insertions. Okay, otherwise if you want to make it as a center here, let's see here at the end or left, your wish. Okay, so like this, if you want to make it, you can make it. Otherwise, if you want to go with the bullet options, you can go with your wish. Okay, so like this kind of features are available here. Okay, and next, that is the difference. Here you cannot add all these kind of things. See here, if I want to make it as a bullet, nothing will be there. Okay, if I want to make it as a bold, you cannot. Okay, italic format, you cannot. Underscores, no, nothing will be there. Text area means a normal notepad, so it will be like this, not notepad plus plus, only notepad. Okay, text area means same as notepad, simply here. So you cannot make it any formats or anything, right? Same way, so text area also same only. Okay, and the text area rich means it's like a old document Microsoft. That's it, that's the difference. And if you want to insert an image, you can insert an image also from here. So you can choose a file. Okay, and the file format and everything will be either a png, gaf, jpeg format, and maximum 1 MB size only you can enter it. Okay, so you need to click on the choose file, and it will select from your local system. One second.
This conference will now be recorded.
Mute yourself also. Okay, now let's see. So choose the file, go to pictures, go to screenshots. Here an image is there, so I can select this image. That's it. Okay, so I have selected, so png format image, you can see this format dot png. So one image I have selected, and maximum 1 MB only, so the file size should be. And now, so insert it. Okay, now you can see it is loaded just now only, it took time to load. So this is the image. You can just reduce the size of the image in your local system. Okay, this image I have selected from my local system, guys. Okay, this is the image of the student, think in that way. So they can store the image also, student image also, passport size image also they can store over here. But it is huge, I mean the size is very big, and you can reduce the size in your local system and upload here. So how to upload this image, you can see here, image symbol, choose a file, click on this one, and from your local system the file format should be either these, any of these three, and maximum 1 MB only, and insert it. Okay, that's it. And if you want to so add any links, URLs, right, you can add it also, not a problem. Okay, it's not needed. So this is how you can use rich text. So you can see the image of the student, how much big this one. Okay, generally it should be a passport size. So that's all about the rich text area. What we have seen, visible lines, length, everything is common. So like Microsoft Word, whatever we are using, so same thing also here we are using. That's it. Apart from that, there is no difference between the rich text to long text areas. And the last one is what? Referral company websites. Let's see. Now the business requirement is business. Before going to tell you this one, so generally in real time what will happen, like few of the guys, okay, suppose 83 members are there, right? You, so like 5 members come from another institute, consultancy, and 10 members comes from another consultancy or company. Like if any of the company wants to give training for their freshers, okay, fresher candidates, so they can contact me. And so I mean we will store like their details here, like how we are storing other student details also, our institute business peoples will store, so company employees details also. But what they want to, I mean what business wants to store is, along with this one, so business wants to store company website also. If these peoples are referred from company, and they want to store company website also. Simple. Suppose this, who is she? Shankar. Suppose Shankar is a fresher in Accenture company. Think in that way, and we want to store Accenture company website URL here. If Shankar is not belongs to Accenture, and if Shankar is like you, then we can make that field as empty. Okay, this is the business requirement. So business wants to store. So if the student belongs to a company, that company website they want to store. Okay, that is a business requirement. Students company website. Okay, this is a business requirement. Now how you need to think, oh, I want to store means on a record means, oh, I need to definitely create a field. Remember, I need to definitely create a field. So like that, you need to think. And now you can create a new field where you can so store all these details. For each field has their own benefits. Like that, a new field also, it has their own benefit. Let's go to object, student object, create a new custom field, last field. And you can see URL. Time also not needed, guys, that's why I'm skipping URL. Okay, next. That's it. So now field label, so website. Okay, if student belongs to a company, store companies. So here. Okay, help text, and you can see required option also available here. Next button. Signals are very poor today because of the raining, I guess. Okay, done. Okay, where is the URL? Yeah, here, company website. So URL length, how much? Again, text length, 255 characters only. Text and text area and URL length same only. Okay, done. And now refresh the page, and now edit the record. Come down, you can see company website. I have added a help text. You can see that help text over here. If student belongs to a company, store their details like this. So if business peoples, right, if they are entering the student details, and if they want to enter some data in this field, they can go through this help text. Okay, that's it. Company website, suppose accenture.com. Think this is a website. Copy it and go there and add it. So you can see at the start, right, https so colon double www.accenture.com. Save it. Okay. Now you can see company website. So this is their website. Because so who is this? Shankar belongs to Accenture company. He is a fresher in that company. That's it. Okay, that's it. So that's all about the remaining data types, and only so few data types are still pending, like auto number and geolocation. Okay, so let's go for auto number. Now we can see auto number data type field. Let's see. So previously I have given student number, right? Student number, no, student payment receipt number I have added. Now business wants to store a student number also, like right, when you are studying in a school or in colleges, whatever it may be, they will give roll number. Okay, like that kind of roll number now business also wants to store. Okay, based on the technology they want to store the roll number, or whatever it may be, they want to store the roll number, student roll number. Now what you need to do, if they want to store roll number, that is the requirement. Business requirement is what? Business wants to store roll number. Okay, on records. So what you need to do, if they want to store means definitely you should create a field. So you need to check in real time. What you need to do is, first you need to think whether any existing field is there for that one or not. Any existing field, you need to go to all the fields and you need to check it. Go to fields and you need to check it. So they might mention, like, let's see, any field is there. Okay, to store all these details, like student roll number, right? You can check with the business team. So any field is there like that. If it is not there, so if they are asking to create a new one, so definitely you should create a new field. So that's how you need to, I mean, think when you get a requirement in real time. Okay, click on the new button. Now let's create a auto number field. Okay, click on the next button, and now you can see over here. So what is the field? Student roll number. Roll number. ROLL or ROLA? ROLL, I think so, right? One second. Not ROLL only. Next is format. Okay, now display format and start number, these two are very important. Okay, these two are very, can you see the example display format here? Okay, let's see. If you want, you can click on this link and go through this one. Now let me show you format. I'm saying, suppose if you have given like this format, what is the output? This is a configuration, and in the output means here only on the field, what you are going to see is a, if it starts with 0, 0 0 0 0, this is the output. The starting is 0, format, and start equal to 0, start equal to 1. That means here you should start with 1. At the end, right, in the flower brackets, it will take like this, guys. Okay, as it is only, it will take. First let me show you. Okay, here it will take 1, and final output is this one. It will remove the flower brackets. Flower brackets are optional, that's it. Nothing is there, just you can remove the flower brackets and imagine, that's it. Flower brackets are optional, that's it. So this is the output. only flower brackets you can remove it. And the start number, right? Actually this is the number. Okay, this is the number. So numbers you can enter inside the flower brackets. During the time of configuration you can configure the numbers only inside the flower brackets, and outside you can add a text, any text, not only a, any text you can add it. So it will be the output. Suppose if the start number is 4, and first record it will take it as a 4, and the next record how it will take, let me show you. Suppose 10 records are there, so how it will take the remaining 10 records? A dot 4, right? A dot 5, A dot 6, A dot 7, A dash 8, sorry, 9. Now you can think. So it will be like this only, 10. Okay, it will be like this only. Get it? From 004 you have started, it is not this one, you have given 4 only its starting number as a starting number. So this is the format, the final output is this one, and from here to here. Suppose 1000, how many, this is what, 1000, right? 1000. Suppose 10,000 students are there, so 10,000 student records you have created. So like dash 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 dash. Suppose 10,000 record, how it will store? A dash 10,000. So you might think, I mean, you have a doubt, right? You might have a doubt, sir, here I have added 4 digits only, but here it is taking 5 digits. Yes, it will keep on increasing. Okay, this is the starting digits. You can start so these many digits, but you can end with unlimited characters up to 18, like this is also up to this one also. So you can add, it will increase. Okay, this is the format, this is the starting. Next, suppose I want to give a different format. How can I give a different format? Let's see. So VLR, right? I want to give some text outside, or dash if you want you can give, other if you want to give this one your wish, guys. If you want to give this one your wish, if you want to give this one, this is up to you. So as a formula I want to give, it's VLR student, right? VLR dash, and digits I want to give. Digits means always you should not give like this. You should always use flower brackets and zero zeros only. Okay, zero zeros, two zeros or three zeros, your wish. Not only four. 1 0 also if you want you can give it. Not a problem. Okay, if you give 1 0, what will be the output? Now, so this is you have configured, and suppose you have started with 8. Okay, format and start, both things are there. Now what will be this? It will take it as a, like a VLR dash 9 is the starting, and finally ultimate output is this one, first record output is what? VLR dash 9. And what is the second record? This is the second record, 10. Next record 11. Next record 12, like that. Suppose it goes, and it goes like this. Suppose you have 100 record, now 100, that's it. Okay, so text always should be outside with some kind of symbols you can add, but zeros always within the flower brackets. Suppose I started with 8, right? Sorry, 8 means here 8, sorry, I should start with the 9 only. Sorry guys, here starting number is 9, that is the reason here 9. Okay, clear? Suppose I have started with 1, and here it should be 1 starting. So 1 2 3 4, the record, first record, second record, third record, like this, keep on goes like this. This is the format. So now come to here, configure the format. Now I want to configure VLR, right? VLR dash flower brackets, I want to give 1 0 or 2 0, not a problem. And starting number, I told you, right? Starting number. So what is the starting number? I want to go with 1 only, that's it. And now the output will be at VLR dash 01. and first record, second record VLR dash 02, VLR dash 03. It will be like this. 00 you have given, right? VLR 00 starting number, right? So 01 will be the first record. You can remove this one. First record 01, 02, or otherwise it will take 1, 2, 3 like this also. Okay, not a problem. Like this it will take. And now let me show you. So what I have given format. So text, some kind of symbols I have given. Any text you can give, not a problem. Okay, and but zeros you can give in the flower brackets only. Zeros you can give in the flower brackets only, because and just what you need to do is, it will do, not you, system will remove the flower brackets and display the data, and it will add the first number at the end. That's it. System will take and display the output like this. Okay, very simple. Next, go to next button. Next, finally save it. Done. So now where is the your auto number? Okay, and during the time of creation of auto number, did I select anything, any option for existing records or anything? No, right? Okay, let's see now. Let's refresh it. What is the field? Roll number, copy and search it. So now in real time hundreds of fields are there for one object. So on a record hundreds of fields, so you can go on down like that. So how to search the field? Simply copy the field label name, control F, control V, you can search it simply. Okay, you can search it. Now you can see this is a roll number field, right? So what is this symbol here? Lock symbol. So you cannot enter any data in the roll number. So who will enter? System can enter it. Okay, system can enter it. So now let's see how. Let's go to student records, click on the new button, and now you can create. Let's see, suppose then, and you have, so check whether roll number field is displaying on the edit of the record or not. No, you have created a new record. During the time roll number field is displaying or not? No, it is not displaying. See, 0 by 0 means you are not finding any of this field on this page. Okay, this is control F, search. Non-technical people, you need to know 0 by 0 means you cannot find this so label in this page. Okay, so let's observe it. Fill all the required fields. Okay, I have filled all the required fields. If you have not filled and you can see the error, try to save it, and you should must enter a value definitely like that. Okay, and save it. And once you save it, and again control F, control V, roll number you can see here. So roll number field value is given by Salesforce. System will give these values. VLR01 as I mentioned, right? First record will be VLR01. It will remove the flower brackets, and you started with one number, right? At the end it will add one. That's it. It will remove the flower brackets, and it will keep on increase like this. So that is the format. It works like this only. Okay, so if you create one more record, suppose, let's see here, I want to create one more record. Raja, give any date, and you can check roll number is displaying or not. No, it's not there. When you are creating the record, roll number is not there. Okay, now but check roll number. So VLR02 second record. Okay, like this, if you keep on creating the new records, it will add it. And now you might have one more question. So what happens for the existing records? For existing records, roll number is empty. You can see Shankar. Roll number is empty. For existing records, roll number is empty. And if you want to try to add it, no, you cannot add it. If you edit it, so roll number field will not be displayed. See here. It is what? It is what? Read only. You cannot edit, you cannot So value cannot be entered, value. And also go to existing records which has already roll number Raja record, edit the record. Okay, roll number, go it. Can you modify it? No, you cannot modify it. Why? It is a read only field. Now you need to know one more thing called, so it is a read only field. Read only means you cannot edit it, only read. Read means Telugulo చదవటం and view, just only for view. Read means that's it, you cannot modify it. Okay, it is read only field, you cannot modify it. That's why lock symbol is displaying, you cannot modify it, only read only field. System is doing. Okay, auto number is a read only. As of now, what you know about the auto number, if you want to create a auto number, you can set the format and so starting number. That's the thing you need to set up it. Okay, and based on that one, system will add the data update. Okay, system will add the values, you cannot add the values, system will so add the values. Okay, and it is a read only field, you cannot modify it. And who will add the values? System only will take care of the values. But what you need to do, just you need to configure, based on that one only system will add the values. That's it. And one more question, what about existing records? So for existing records, what we need to do? So generally, while creating a roll up summary field, definitely I mean long back, right, it has asked me, can we update existing records or not? It has asked. So what I'm going to do is, let me try to delete this field. Where is this field? Auto number, control F, auto number, you can see here. Okay, let's delete this field. Okay, I have deleted this field. Let's refresh it. Now roll number field is not there. Okay, if you want you can check it, it is not there. Even when you are like this also, the field is not there. 0 by 0 results. So I have deleted the field, and the deleted field will goes here. Okay, permanent, it is not permanently deleted. Okay, what you can go is, so erase it. Erase means permanently it will delete it. Actually, after this topic is completed, I want to tell you all the remaining topics, deletions and all these kind of things. Okay, done. Next, go to student object, create the same field, auto number field. I want to show you for existing records. Now, okay, same field you can create it, roll number field. I have deleted, now I am going to add it. And display format, this is the format, starts with 1. Good. Now for existing records also I want to give auto number. Now as of now, so the field is removed. And previous, in the previous example, how it works, if you create a new record means, see, we have created auto number field now, and after the field is created, right, and from now onwards, if you create a new records, then for those new records only the auto number is worked. Okay, and before records, for existing records, auto number does not added, values does not added. Now what I'm going to do is, I want to so update existing records also. Along with the new records, I want to update existing record also. What I can do, so here you can see the checkbox. Okay, generate auto number for existing records. So if you check the checkbox, and next, next, finally save it. Okay, let's go here. Now go to any one record and check the roll number field. It is a 4. How it is calculating? Okay, let me show you. First, which record is created, guys? Usha or Shankar? You can see here, Usha's record is created first. So how system is calculating which record is first or which record is last, because the created date is there, time is there. Based on the created date and time, so it will calculate, and based on that one only, 1 2 3 like that it is adding for the existing records. And this is the second record which you have created, and you can see here VLR2, and it is a read only, lock symbol means read only, you cannot modify it. Okay, and like this second record, and Raja fourth record, Venu third record, you can see Venu third record, and Raja fourth record. Now I want to create a new record, four records are there, right? Okay, and now roll number field is not there, save it, and now 5, so VLR 05. So this is the roll number of the student, like that. Automatically system can do. This is the auto number field, guys. Auto number means automatically system adding the numbers. You are not adding. Automatically system is adding. That's why auto number field. Any questions with respect to, I mean, this data type, or till here any questions do you have? One more field is there, geolocation. I will tell you. With that today we will finish the class.
Yes, sir.
You can ask only the topics which I have covered today.
Yes.
Okay, if you want to ask any extra topics, right, at the end of the training, you can ask.
So we created the required field, right? I just wanted to know, are there any advantages and disadvantages of having a required field?
What is the question?
We made a field required, right?
Which field?
We made the number, the roll number is required, right? Or even joining date is required.
It is not required. Who made it required? Am I told? Am I made required this field?
S- I think one of these fields that we made it required roll number. Oh no,
See,
not roll number.
if you want to ask a question, don't waste other people's time. Also, you can ask the question clearly. Understand? I already showed you. Date field is required.
Okay,
Joining date. Okay.
okay,
This is the required field. Yeah. Ask the question quickly.
okay. So just wanted to know that what is the advantage and disadvantage of having field required. I know the advantage that you need to have the value,
Mm-hmm.
but what would be the disadvantage when you actually make a field required?
There is no disadvantage. Based on the business requirement, you should definitely make this field as a required. Okay, whatever you are thinking, that is a wrong way. As I already clearly mentioned, business can give the requirements. If the business definitely wants to make it as a required, you should make it as a required. There is no disadvantage. Okay, any other questions?
I have a question.
Yeah,
Roll number system can give roll number by alphabetical order.
roll number, alphabetical order.
Name alphabetical
ఆల్ఫాబెటికల్
order.
ఆర్డర్ దేనికి
Student.
ఇస్తాము? క్యారెక్టర్స్ కదా ఇచ్చేది ఆల్ఫాబెటికల్ ఆర్డర్. అర్థమవుతుందా? 01 అనేది ఆల్ఫాబెటికల్ ఆర్డర్ కిందకి రాదు, అవునా కదా?
Oh,
గెట్ ఇట్?
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
ఓకే.
Sir, for image uploading, we have a limit, right, sir? Can we extend that limit, sir?
If you want to extend the limit, so what you need to do, at first class I told you, right, you can take a help and create a case to Salesforce
Yes,
support team.
yes, yes.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
they can
Got it.
pick up the case, and if definitely, if they are able to extend it, they will extend it because you are paying some amount of money. Okay, they will tell whether we can extend it or not, they will tell. Okay,
Okay, sir.
but for that definitely you should ask them only. Yeah. Okay, cool. Next. So one more thing is left pending, right? Let's see. Hmm, geolocation, right? Okay, good. So geolocation field, one more field. Let's see. Go here. Let's go to new geolocation. Okay. So you can see the geolocation here. What is the benefit of this one? We will see later. First, let's create a geolocation. So generally, what is the geolocation? If you go to Google Maps, okay, you can see the Google Maps here. Suppose Apollo Hospital. Okay. Generally, what it tells. What is
Location
this?
of the hospital.
Exactly. Location it will tell, right? What is this? These are what?
Latitude number some.
Coordinate.
Latitude and
Coordinate.
longitude.
Exactly.
Right.
Latitude and longitude. Okay. So generally, if you don't know, right? So generally, latitude, longitude. So non-mechanical guys, I think so. I hope everyone know Google Maps, because everyone nowadays used to use Google Maps, right? So definitely you must know, right? So it is a latitude and longitude. So what is the benefit of the latitude and longitude? Suppose I want to display, I want to locate one address, right? So with respect to latitude and longitude only, your location is displayed here. Okay, your location is represented with respect to latitude and longitude only. So latitude and longitude for each place in the earth can be calculated by using latitude and longitude. That's it. Okay, that's the Google Maps. Now geolocation is that one. Now I want to identify the geolocation. Okay, so let's see. Suppose the student, right? Generally there is no proper business requirement here. So the original business requirement is they want to see the distance between the student location to the institute. That is the original business requirement. So student location to institute, how many character, I mean, so how many kilometers, so distance is there, how many kilometers daily he is traveling to that institute, just they want to see. So that is the reason. For that, what we need to do, we need to calculate the distance. For that, what we need to do, we need to know student address, location, geolocation, and institute geolocation, and we can calculate the length between both locations. That is the reason we are going to use geolocation. Generally, that is the purpose. Okay, if you want to calculate the distance between the two locations, definitely the two locations should be represented with geolocation. Okay, what is the purpose? If you want to calculate the distance between two locations, definitely you should have a geolocation of two places, not one place. Both places geolocation you need to have, and after that one you can calculate the length. Okay, that is the thing, that is a benefit. Let's say, suppose uh, institute location is Hyderabad, Amirpeta. Okay, so geolocation something, and student address is like Kukatpalli. Okay, so now think, let's go to here Amirpeta geolocation. Let's calculate here. Where is Amirpeta? Begumpeta or Institute, Moti Nagar, Balanagar, Ankur. అక్కడే ఉంది కదా. ఓకే, టేక్ మోతీ నగర్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్ ఇక్కడ ఉందనుకోండి. లెట్స్ సి ద ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్ ఈస్ లొకేటెడ్ హియర్. గెట్ దిస్ లొకేషన్, latitude and longitude, Moti Nagar. So this latitude and longitude, get this Kokatpalli latitude and longitude. Kokatpalli, otherwise BHEL. Take anything. Just we want place only, right? BHEL. Take BHEL. Student located in BHL place. Okay, this is the latitude. And so now I want to calculate the student's distance he is traveling, how many kilometers. So this minus this one, if they calculated, then automatically like 12 kilometers, 20 kilometers, like this the output will be displayed. And how we will calculate? Actually we have a topic called formulas. In Salesforce we have a topic called formulas. Going forward we will see this topic. So at that time we will calculate the distance between the two locations. Actually this is the benefit we are going to use, okay, geolocation for this kind of benefits. I hope everyone cleared about this one. Okay, now that is the reason just we are storing here. If you want to store, how we are going to store, let me show you. Let's go to the field now, calculate the geolocation. Next. Okay, student's address. Okay, now we can store student address geolocation. That means address, latitude and longitude. Decimal places you can give 5 up to like that, and the degrees, minutes, seconds. Actually latitude and longitude can be so displayed based on the degrees or decimals, not a problem. Anything you can select and click on the next button. Okay, so now where is the geolocation data type? Okay, student address. You have created only one field. Let's see here guys, you have created only one field, student address. Now go here, refresh it, edit it, search it. What is this one? Student address. With the student address, two fields are created here. One is for to store the latitude value, another is to store longitude value. Okay, now student is located in this place. I am storing latitude value and I am storing longitude value. Save it. So that's it. But see, once you saved, only one field is displaying. Okay, in the degrees format it is displaying degrees format, latitude and longitude. Okay, if you want to display in a decimal format, so you can edit it and make it as a decimal format. Like this also you can make it, not a problem. Your wish how you are going to display it. Decimal means it will be displayed like this. Degree means it will be displayed like this, degrees format. Okay, if you want to configure, make it as a decimal, save it, update the field again and go here, just refresh it and you can see it is displaying in the decimal format. However, we are getting in the Google Maps, right? Same format. Okay, latitude. And if you edit here, once the record is saved, you are seeing only one field. But once you edit it, you can see two fields. One is for latitude and another is for longitude. These two. And if you want to increase the decimal places, you can increase up to 10 also, your wish. Okay, that is the only benefit. The what is the original benefit? To calculate the distance between the, locations. That is one example I am giving, guys. Okay, and by using integrations, if you want to display the location of the student in like Google Maps, right? So you need to create a geolocation field also, so we can store the geolocation details, and by using integrations or coding, by using coding, we can display like this kind of map here. Okay, that's all about today class, guys. And tomorrow, so in tomorrow class, right, I will show you like few other things I have left, right? In the pick list, replace value left, and records deletions, okay, and field deletions, and what is the custom field, what is the standard field. So I will show you all these kind of things in tomorrow class. Tomorrow is Friday, right?
No, sir. Tomorrow is Saturday.
Oh, there is no class in tomorrow, guys. Okay, there is
Yes,
no
sir.
class. Monday we will see. And
Okay.
today evening we don't have any class, guys. I will tell you. So when we are going to plan for evening classes, right? Definitely I will mention in the class. So don't worry. Until then, you have only one class, that is in morning only. Okay. And now you can ask any questions if you have.